There are nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying the same moments over and over again, the words you wish you hadn't said, the opportunities you let slip away, the people you lost, and the mistakes you can't forget. Your mind whispers, "If only I could go back." But you can't. Yesterday is gone, a closed chapter written in permanent ink. Life doesn't give us a rewind button, it only gives us another sunrise, another chance to begin again. Yet too many of us waste today crying over what can't be undone. We mourn over the past, punish ourselves for being imperfect, and carry yesterday's pain into tomorrow's possibilities. But what if your past wasn't meant to destroy you? What if it was meant to prepare you? Every regret, every heartbreak, every sleepless night has shaped the person standing here right now. You're not your mistakes. You're the lesson that grew from them. Stop crying for the doors that closed. Stop standing in front of the ruins. Look closer. Maybe those broken pieces are the foundation of something stronger. Every sunrise whispers a simple truth. Yesterday is gone, but you are still here. And that means your story isn't over. Don't let yesterday steal your strength. Don't cry for what's gone. Rise for what's coming. Because today isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of your comeback. Part 1. The weight of yesterday. We all carry something from yesterday. A mistake that haunts us. A memory that hurts. A voice that reminds us of what we could have done better. It sits quietly in our hearts like an invisible weight, slowing us down every time we try to move forward. You wake up and try to focus on today, but your mind drags you back to what's already gone. You replay conversations that ended badly, moments that slipped away, and dreams that never came true. You think maybe if you had been smarter, braver, or faster, things would be different. But that kind of thinking traps you in a loop where the past owns your present. The truth is, no one walks through life without mistakes, heartbreaks, or wrong turns. The people who succeed are not the ones with perfect pasts. They're the ones who learn to carry their scars with pride. Every regret you hold on to is a piece of energy you could use to build something new. Crying for yesterday won't rewrite it, but accepting it will release you. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. You have to stop living inside the story of what went wrong and start writing the chapter of what can go right. Let go of the what-ifs. Let go of the pain that no longer serves you. Your weight isn't your past. It's your refusal to put it down. When you finally do, you'll realize you were never weak for falling. You were strong for standing back up. Yesterday may have tested you, but today gives you the power to begin again, lighter, stronger, and ready for the life you still have ahead of you. Part 2. You are not. Your past. You are not your past. You are not the mistakes you made, the people who left, or the moments that broke you. You are not the version of yourself that didn't know better. Too often we wear our past like a name tag, introducing ourselves to life with guilt and regret. We define who we are by who we used to be. But listen carefully. Your past is just a story, not your identity. The person you were yesterday existed to teach you lessons that the person you are today can finally understand. Every bad choice, every broken dream, every wrong turn, they all shaped your wisdom, your strength, your resilience. If you keep identifying with who you were, you'll never grow into who you're meant to become. The truth is, every sunrise gives you permission to start over. You can reinvent yourself at any moment, no matter what you've done or how far you've fallen. People may remember your past, but you don't have to live there anymore. You don't owe anyone the old version of you. You don't have to explain your evolution. Growth is silent, powerful, and deeply personal. Remember, the seed doesn't apologize for no longer being buried in the dirt. It rises and blooms. In the same way, you must rise above what tried to bury you. Stop introducing yourself as your pain. Start seeing yourself as a possibility. You're allowed to outgrow your past. You're allowed to become unrecognizable, not because you're hiding, but because you're healing. You are not your past. You are your potential. And every day you choose to move forward, you prove that yesterday doesn't define your destiny. Your decisions today do. Part 3. Learn. Don't lament. There's a big difference between learning from the past and lamenting it. Lamenting keeps you stuck. It's when you replay your failures, your losses, your heartbreaks like a sad song that never ends. Learning, on the other hand, gives meaning to your mistakes. It transforms what hurt you into what helps you grow. Many people spend their whole lives trapped in the loop of, "I wish I had done it differently." But wishing doesn't change the past, wisdom does. Every painful moment carries a hidden message, a lesson meant to guide you forward. The problem is, most people are too busy crying over the past to hear it. You have to train your mind to shift from, "Why did this happen to me?" to, "What is this trying to teach me?" Because the truth is, pain is one of life's greatest teachers, but only if you're willing to listen. Every failure teaches resilience. Every betrayal teaches discernment. Every loss teaches gratitude. When you start looking for the lesson instead of the loss, you begin to grow beyond what broke you. The most successful people in the world aren't those who never failed. They're the ones who failed, learned, and adapted. They stopped asking for a perfect past and started building a better future. So don't cry over what went wrong. Study it. Understand it. Use it. Because your past doesn't exist to punish you. It exists to prepare you. Let every mistake remind you that you've lived, you've learned, and you're still standing. That's not something to regret. That's something to respect. Every lesson you've earned is a brick in the foundation of your future. Build with it. Move forward with it. And never again waste your strength mourning what was meant to make you wiser. Part 4. Pain is a lesson, not a prison. Pain is not your enemy. It's not here to destroy you. It's here to teach you. Every time life breaks you, it's not the end. It's an invitation to grow stronger, wiser, and more alive than before. But too many people mistake pain for punishment. They get hurt, and instead of healing, they build walls. They hide behind bitterness, regret, and fear, believing they must protect themselves from feeling that pain again. What they don't realize is that in doing so, they lock themselves inside their own prison. Pain was never meant to imprison you. It was meant to educate you. Think about it. Every great transformation starts with discomfort. A muscle grows through pressure. Diamonds are formed under heat. Butterflies only emerge after the struggle of breaking free from the cocoon. You cannot rise without resistance. Pain introduces you to your true self, the one that can survive storms, endure heartbreak, and still keep moving forward. You might not see it now, but the moments that hurt the most are often the ones that shape your greatest strength. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" When you stop running from pain and start understanding it, you'll see that it was never meant to hold you down. It was meant to lift you higher. The scars you carry aren't signs of weakness. They're proof that you've been tested and survived. Don't live as a prisoner of your pain. Step out of the cell of yesterday, take a deep breath, and realize you're still standing. And that means the lesson worked. Part 5. The present is your power. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow hasn't arrived. All you truly have is now. The present moment is your greatest power, yet it's the one thing most people ignore. They're either trapped in the past or anxious about the future. They replay what went wrong or worry about what might happen next. And in doing so, they miss the only moment that can actually change their lives. This one. The truth is, everything you want, success, peace, happiness, freedom, begins with what you do today. Not what you regret, not what you hope for, but what you choose to act on right now. The present is not just time passing by, it's opportunity disguised as seconds. Every breath you take is a new chance to start again. When you focus on the present, you take your power back from yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's fears. You start creating instead of complaining. You begin building instead of blaming. The world is full of people who talk about what they could have done differently, but the ones who truly move forward are those who use today as their weapon. Don't waste your energy on the past. It's already written. Don't overthink the future. It's still being drafted. Focus on what you can do with this moment. Because this moment, right here, right now, is where your future is born. Every action, every choice, every step you take today shapes the life you'll live tomorrow. So, stop crying for yesterday and start fighting for today. This is your time, your chance, your power. Use it wisely, because the person who controls the present controls everything. Part 6. Forgive yourself. One of the hardest things in life is not forgiving others. It's forgiving yourself. You can move on from what people did to you, but how do you move on from what you did to yourself? The words you wish you could take back, the opportunities you threw away, the mistakes that still echo in your mind. They all live inside you like ghosts from a past you can't escape. But here's the truth. You can't rebuild your life while you're busy punishing yourself for being human. You made mistakes because you were learning. You failed because you were trying. You got hurt because you cared. That doesn't make you broken. It makes you real. Forgiveness isn't about pretending it never happened. It's about accepting that it did and deciding you deserve peace anyway. You can't change what's behind you, but you can choose to stop carrying it. You don't owe your past self an apology. You owe your present self freedom. Every time you replay those painful moments, you give them power they no longer deserve. Let them go. You are allowed to outgrow the person who made those mistakes. You're allowed to start again. The fact that you regret something means your heart has grown wiser. And that's the point of life. So forgive yourself. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you'd give to someone you love. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of peace. You just have to be brave enough to let go. Your future self is waiting for you, not to explain the past, but to live beyond it. Part 7. Forgive others. Forgiving others is not about letting them off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the chains that keep you tied to their actions. When someone hurts you, they may walk away and forget, but you carry the wound. You replay the betrayal, the lies, the disappointment. You tell yourself you've moved on, yet deep down, the anger still burns quietly. What you don't realize is that holding on to that pain doesn't punish them. It punishes you. Every time you think about what they did, you relive it. Every time you refuse to forgive, you stay trapped in the same emotional prison. Forgiveness doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you refuse to let it poison your heart any longer. It's not a gift to them. It's a gift to yourself. When you forgive, you take your power back. You decide that their actions no longer define your emotions or your peace. Letting go doesn't make you weak. It makes you unstoppable. It says, I'm done letting my past control my present. The moment you choose forgiveness, the weight lifts. You stop carrying their mistakes on your shoulders and start walking lighter. Remember this. You can't climb toward your future while holding on to old grudges. You can't embrace happiness with clenched fists. Open your hands. Release what was. Forgive those who never said sorry, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You can't rewrite what they did, but you can rewrite what it means to you. Turn your pain into wisdom, your anger into strength, and your story into freedom. Forgive, not for them, but for your own soul's healing. Part 8. Turn regret into fuel. Regret is one of the heaviest burdens we carry, but it doesn't have to weigh you down forever. Every I should have, or if only, can either trap you in the past or ignite the fire you need to move forward. The choice is yours. Think about it. Every mistake, every failure, every bad decision holds a lesson, a blueprint for what not to do next time. Regret becomes a weapon only when you let it paralyze you. But when you transform it into fuel, it becomes unstoppable energy pushing you toward your goals. The most successful people in the world are not those who never failed. They are the ones who turned their regrets into stepping stones. They used the pain of missed opportunities as motivation to work harder, think smarter, and rise faster. Every time you replay a failure in your mind, ask yourself, what can I learn? How can I use this to my advantage? Let your mistakes be the spark that lights your ambition. Don't cry for the doors that closed. Use that pain to open new ones. Don't let past failures make you timid. Let them make you fearless. Regret is proof that you've lived, that you dared, that you cared enough to try. Honor that courage by refusing to waste it. Channel your regret into action, into growth, into power. Every tear, every sigh, every sleepless night can be transformed into determination, persistence, and unstoppable drive. When you do this, yesterday stops being a chain and starts being a ladder. You climb higher, stronger, and wiser than before. Remember, regret is not your enemy. In fact, it's one of your greatest teachers if you dare to learn its lessons. Use it. Fuel your journey. Rise. Part 9. Build a new story. Every day you have a choice, to live in the past or to build a new story. Too many people let their yesterdays dictate their tomorrows, writing chapters of regret, doubt, and fear. But the beauty of life is that you are the author of your own story, and you can start a new chapter at any moment. Your past is not a prison. It's the prologue. Every mistake, heartbreak, and failure doesn't define you. It gives you material to write something stronger, wiser, and more powerful. Imagine your life as a blank page, waiting for the courage to fill it. You can continue the story you've been living, one full of what-ifs and should-haves, or you can turn the page and begin a tale of resilience, hope, and triumph. The people who achieve greatness are not those who had perfect pasts, but those who refuse to be chained by them. They take the lessons, the scars, and the memories, and weave them into a new narrative, one where setbacks are stepping stones, pain is a teacher, and every sunrise is a new opportunity. Stop letting yesterday write your script. Stop giving power to moments that no longer serve you. Today, you can rewrite your identity, your purpose, and your destiny. You can start saying the words that reflect who you want to become. You can make choices that align with your dreams instead of your regrets. Life will always give you chances to restart, to rebuild, to redefine yourself. The past may have been harsh, but the present is merciful, and the future is waiting for the story only you can write. Don't cry for yesterday. Write for tomorrow, because the story you build today will be the one that inspires everyone, including yourself. Part 10. Live like you've been given another chance. Life doesn't always give second chances, but when it does, it's a gift you cannot waste. Every morning you wake up, every breath you take, every heartbeat is an opportunity to live as if you've been handed another shot at greatness. Don't waste it crying for yesterday. Use it to rise higher, move faster, and become stronger than you were before. Too often, people walk through life replaying their failures, letting them dictate their confidence, their courage, and their choices. But you are not your past. You are a living, breathing opportunity. Every setback, every heartbreak, every disappointment you endured prepared you for this moment. The moments that broke you weren't meant to defeat you. They were meant to awaken the power inside you. Live like you've been given another chance. Take risks you hesitated to take before. Speak words you were afraid to say. Chase dreams you thought were lost. Treat every moment as sacred, because it is. You survived what tried to destroy you, and that survival alone is proof of your strength. Stop measuring your worth by what you failed to do yesterday, and start measuring it by what you choose to do today. Life is not about perfection. It's about courage, persistence, and relentless action. Every choice you make now, no matter how small, can shape the rest of your story. Embrace this gift. Step into today with gratitude, determination, and purpose. Live fully, boldly, and without regret. Because the past is a memory, tomorrow is uncertain, and today is your one chance to prove that you are stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. Don't cry for yesterday. Rise for today. Fight for tomorrow, and live like every second is a second chance.